Salutations, Warhammer fans and Imperialists all alike. We are here going to do a 2,000 points with Dark Angels versus Grey Knights, and we have Belial with the Sword of Vengeance.
Sword of Silence?
Sword of Silence and a Stormbolter. I was just told that and forgot. And then we have a Grey Knight Grandmaster with a Nemesis Demon Hammer and a Psy Cannon, and a bunch of other little nifty upgrades, some grenades and such. And yeah, we got 2,000 points of Blood Angels on this side of the table. We're going to hand this over and let everybody do it.
Hello everybody, this is Jerry Duty Simmons. And we're taking a look at about my side of the field right here. On reserves, I have my flyer, which I cannot remember the name of right now, but he's fun. And we have Belial's squad. I have a company master and 5 Terminators. It's a Terminator command squad, so it has some upgrades. Fun times. I have 2 Dreadnoughts, both with double autocannons. Kind of proxying those because I don't have enough autocannons. Turn-link autocannons. Yes.
I took them all.
You took them all, yeah. A couple squads of Terminators, so there's one there, and there's one on the other side of the board. I have a Dark Shroud. I haven't played one before, so it should be interesting to see how that works. I have 2 5-man groups of snipers, all with sniper rifles. Sorry, scouts with sniper rifles. And that Imperial Walker is standing in for the Icarus Las Cannon, which should help with against the flyers that my friend is going to be flying.
Alright, and the Grey Knight army list has 2 strike squads with 6 guys in them, each with a silencer, and the Justicar has the halberd. They're both in Razorbacks with twin link las cannons. I have a Dreadnought with the twin link autocannons, and that's where those autocannons went from that defense line. I have a 6-man Paladin squad over here, all with force halberds. And the banner, 2 Psy cannons. With them is my overall force commander, the Grandmaster, and a librarian who has dual force halberds as well. On reserves, I have a 10-man strike squads group with the force halberd and 2 silencers. They are being broken down inside of a Stormraven. So hopefully they can come in and give me some backfield points. Like I said, Dark Angels won, so we're going to see if we can't steal the initiative right here, right quick. And there it is. A 6.
Threats!
So we are playing the Emperor's Will. There's my objective. And there is Jury Duty Summons objective. And we'll get back to you at the bottom of first turn. So end of Grey Knight turn 1. Command squad, Paladins just moved up a little bit, trying to stay in cover. Librarian cast, how is that thing called?
Shroud?
Shroud, yeah. The shrouding, so they have a little bit better cover save there. Both Razorbacks came around. This Razorback took a shot at that Dreadnought and popped it. Blew up a couple inches, did some wounds to the Terminators, but of course, you know, they got their save.
Terminators are Terminators.
This Razorback came around, took a shot at the turret and hit, but didn't do anything. The Dreadnought put 4 shots into those Terminators. Did 3 wounds, but you know, 2 up save. And that was it for turn 1 Grey Knights. We'll be back for turn 1 Dark Angels.
End of first turn, fourth turn, what the hell am I talking about? End of first turn for Dark Angels. My reserves are still in reserve. They're still reserved. I moved up a Dreadnought and he shot and did that. Blew up that vehicle, whatever the hell that thing is. Razorback, yes, blew up the Razorback. Terminators shot their load at the Razorback as well and did nothing. That's okay. Snipers all shot at the other Razorback and they didn't do anything, but the Icarus las cannon did a wound on it and shook that vehicle, so that's good. The Terminators also tried the same thing. It didn't do anything on the vehicle as well. So we did a bit of damage. Not a bad start to the game.
All right, Grey Knight turn 2. We didn't move very much up, but you know, we're moving up a little bit here. The Dread shot at the Icarus las cannon emplacement and popped it. This Razorback ignored the shaken and moved forward, took a shot at the Dread, did nothing. This unit did the Warp Quake, that unit did Warp Quake. I rolled a 3 for reserves, but I did Psychic Communication and made it so I didn't hit my flyer in. So hopefully that'll work out in my favor. We'll see. But once again, they have the shrouding, so hopefully we'll get some good cover saves if he actually decides to shoot at him. And that'll be the end of my turn, and hopefully we survive.
Okay, end of second turn. We did some actual damage this time. So of the guys who were popped out of that vehicle, we took out, well, essentially half of them. But I believe they're fearless. Or are they fearless?
No.
No? Let's see what happens.
They stay.
All right, well, whatever. I'll take the kill anyway. The other vehicle that was running towards me at a maddening pace also blew up and threw a bunch of guys out. Did nothing, but I did kill one of those guys with my autocannon.
And they're not pinned.
And they're not pinned, so they're fine. And that was essentially all the damage I did, but it was good damage.
You put 2 whole points from your dread on my dread.
Oh yes, that dread is nearly dead. Wow, I'm fucking Dr. Seuss over here.
So Grey Knight, into turn 3, the Paladins moved out of the ruin and ran, since they weren't in range of shooting. This group moved back over here, shot, got 1 wound, but of course 2 up saved. My dread, exchanged some fire with his dread. I got 1 pin, and it got a stunned and shaken roll. This unit unloaded onto that vehicle and got nothing. Bunch of hits, but no wounds. And my Storm Raven didn't come in. I did roll Psychic Commune, but I rolled a 1, so a 2, and it doesn't work. All right, so that didn't pan out. But we will see what happens on the next turn.
Welcome back. We're at the bottom of the third turn, I want to say. Third turn, yes. First off, Belial moved forward some, and they shot and did barely anything over there. That's still dead. I don't know why I'm telling you that, but there you go. From over here, the Terminators, what the hell am I thinking here? They moved forward a little bit, shot into the squad over there, and didn't do a lot. They did fire a plasma cannon, missed everything. Snipers did a whole lot of nothing, basically. Well, they did 2, killed 2.
Snipers got 2 guys this time.
Okay, yep, Snipers got 2 guys over there. Somebody did. Anyway, Terminators also fired over there. They killed
it was actually that thing that got it.
Yes, the vehicle. These Terminators ended up killing the Dreadnought, and that was the most important thing this turn.
Grey Knight, turn 4. Paladins moved out. We're going to move forward, but decided to stay about right there. Unloaded, and we took out 1 guy. He got 4 invulnerable saves with Storm Shields, of course. And then these guys piled in some bolter fire and took him out. So we got 2 out of that squad. And then my Storm Raven came in, fired everything that was into the Terminator squad there, and we wiped them off the board as well. Other than that, this unit here took a bunch of shots at this vehicle, and he saved them. And that is it for Grey Knight turn 4.
Well, welcome back. This is the bottom of the fourth turn. The turn's just finished. Didn't do a whole lot. These Terminators fired up basically everything in the backfield, fired at his big group of Terminators back there, and killed 1 Terminator and did 2 wounds to his leader. So we did something. Everything else that couldn't reach fired into the the Space Marines that are coming up this way. So not a lot happened, but it was good.
So end of Grey Knight turn 5. The Paladin squad moved over, took the objective. The Strike squad moved forward. They fired into there, did a wound. Didn't do his 2 up, but he got his 5 up, feel no pain. The Paladin squad took out his flyer that was a bomber. I'm not sure what the name was. This unit moved up in Gover. It was a mysterious river, and we found out that it was Ice Blood, so reroll armor saves while in it.
Dangerous terrain still.
And it's dangerous terrain, correct? This squad was dropped out of the Storm Raven and moved up and then assaulted. Took out a couple snipers, and the other 5-man squad still in there. The Storm Raven moved out, and we took down the Terminator unit to 1 guy. They're fearless, so he's still chilling. And that was it for Grey Knight turn 5. We'll be back at the bottom of the turn.
Quick correction, we did something slightly wrong. We forgot to roll for the initiative, the leadership test after losing combat over here. I'm used to my Terminators never have to do that because they have fearless. Feel no fear. Call it that. So yes, we lost, and then I lost doubly. So they're out of combat now, which is actually a big deal. They ran up to the top here to get out of line of sight and get some cover, essentially. That's it. Okay, back to the 5th turn, bottom of the 5th turn, Dark Angels. My Terminator squad over here fired over there and did essentially nothing again. So that's all fine and dandy, because he usually does that. And over here, we had a little assault. Well, we did a lot of shooting and not a lot happened. We killed a couple models in that squad that came over here and killed off my snipers. They ran off after the assault into the river and almost drowned, but didn't. And that was about it. Since we are in the 5th turn, we're now going to roll to see whether we have another turn.
Nope. In the game.
Okay, game is over. This is what the battlefield looks like right now. So unfortunately, I lost all of my Terminators, and Cullen lost all his vehicles, and they're nuts.
Fair trade.
We all lost a lot of stuff. The game went pretty quick though, because both sides have lots of, well, not very many, have very few units compared to a lot of other armies. So the games with Space Marines versus Space Marines can go pretty quick. In any case, let's take a look at the scores. So over here, that control marker is being controlled, so that's 3 points for the Grey Knights. And over here, that control marker is not being controlled by anybody, so Dark Angels do not control that control point. Aww. So unfortunately, that is 3-0. I did get Linebreaker over here. Ta-da! So that's 1 point. So 3-1. Dark Angels were able to, however, get the first kill, so Dark Angels got an extra point. So the ending score is 4-1.